Hey guys, Zell here, welcome back to some more Fate Grand Order. We will be doing Gotha Damerung, the next episode of it. But tomorrow, or whenever I actually upload the next episode after this, we will be doing Scotty's trial quest, which may also have the memorial quests tied to it. Unless, of course, Scotty's trial quest goes on for like 30 minutes, then I might make that just the entire episode is Scotty's trial quest. I don't know if it could possibly last that long, but if it could, then I will do that. And then the next one will be all of the memorial quests. Most of these memorial quests, does it end with a saber again? Yeah. It ends with Saber, which means the final quest is most likely Saber or Toria Pendragon Orta again. If that's the case, I might skip out on some of the memorials, go back and see which ones I've done prior, and then potentially only show, like, I don't know, the rider, potentially? And this one with the foreigner, and then Saber, to shorten up the memorial quests a little bit, and then I'll do the rest of them by myself, since again I believe most of these are in fact ones I've already done. So yeah, that's what's gonna be happening for the most part. So without further ado, Gotha Damerung, landing a pointer. Assault of the Demonic Sword, beginning. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that we were doing beginnings. Bazooka. Oh yeah, that was in fact a foreigner. Alright. Look at all the Scotties, man. A lot of people seem to have, at least in my friends list, gotten Scotty. Which is fantastic, because I also have Scotty. So I can do the double Scotty memes that people were talking about. It's fantastic. Alright. I think I'm gonna run with this right now. So let's go. The Ortanax exoskeleton is operating within expected parameters. Internal pressure regulation, combustion, and weaponry are all good to go. Why am I talking like that? This is the PA system, which is Da Vinci. Armored shielder is clear to deploy. Well, feeling up to this, Marsha. Yes, all my readings and transformations are working well, although... What's up? I thought she'd be ejecting me again, but this chamber and model both seemed very different. Well, sure. Last time we were sending you into the thick of an ongoing battle, but this time we are just having you check out our surroundings. Besides, Master's coming along with you, and we can't go shooting you both out, can we? Ah. Right, good point. I forgot that Senpai will be joining me. Alright, let's try this again. Are you all set? Yes, armored shielder, ready to deploy. You got it. Shadowboard, open the hatch, and we are go for our recon mission. Ooh, place looks nice. At least we don't have a consistent freaking snowstorm now. Senpai! Aren't you cold? How are you feeling, Marsh? Don't worry, I'm feeling fine. And the Ortanax is in great shape, too. Da Vinci really is a genius. Even after all that intense fighting we did in Russia, it's still in perfect working order. Thanks to that, I should be able to use all my power at any time. All that aside, this place is very snowy, isn't it, Senpai? It's 3 degrees Celsius, but the wind isn't cold at all, and the air feels crisp and clean. It feels like a real winter wonderland compared to Russia. No kidding. I'm sure the temperature will drop to below 0 once night falls, but right now I'm just enjoying how peaceful it is. Same, this place would get a lot of tourists if it existed in our history. It's really... romantic. I agree, I was just thinking the same thing. Oh my. We still don't know exactly what this lost belt is like, but at least this place seems quite peaceful. It's enough to make me hope that maybe not every lost belt is dangerous. Well, let's just be honest. Every lost spell is gonna be dangerous to some extent. Unless the cryptor decides to side with us, which I highly doubt would ever happen. But who knows? Something could potentially happen to where we could sway them. But this really isn't the time to wax philosophical. Let's get started, Master. Alright, it's perimeter checking time. Just make sure to stay close to the border. The border is recharging for now while it stays camouflaged in the snow. Da Vinci said it would take about 3 hours for it to charge up completely, so let's do our best to explore as much as we can in that time. Yes, ma'am. Man, she's gotten a lot more confident after, you know, what happened in Russia. I like it. Okay, we've reached the top of that hill. It's nothing but snowy fields as far as I can see. And then there's Senpai. Look! Whoa! Nice! Guess this is where the icy fire comes from. Look at that! It's a white mountain range stretching out forever, and I think they're made of ice and snow. There's some sort of blue haze to the north, and about halfway along the range. Wait, is that? Fire. The mountains are burning. Yes, there's fire burning in the parts without trees. I can't see such a thing happening naturally, so it must be some sort of magecraft at work. So that's what this lost belt is. A world of mountains, white ice, and blue flame. And then there's the sun. It's much too big to be the sun, though. This doesn't add up. I've heard parts of Scandinavia can get almost no sunlight for months at a time. But I've never seen anything about the sun being this size. I doubt any such records could even exist. The sun, huh? Don't look up directly at it. Another thing, I don't see the tree of emptiness anywhere. That's because it's already taken root, hasn't it? So the tree doesn't necessarily have to be there. Although technically speaking, it's probably hidden somewhere. Hell, the sun could potentially be the tree of emptiness. But we saw it before we went into the storm. It was clearly visible from outside the lost belt. I can't imagine it would suddenly wait from existence, so maybe it's been hidden with magecraft. Yeah. Well done on the reconnaissance, you two. We finally had a moment to catch our breath here. Holmes. It seems you're about 500 meters away. Well chosen. That is about the perfect distance, since we're still unable to detect hostile entities. Thankfully, our emergency exit didn't strain the border, as much as we anticipated, but I'm afraid it's still not going anywhere for the time being. Still, we cannot afford to waste any time, which is of course why we sent a pair of you out to investigate. A land of fire and ice, It seems that this lost belt will present its own challenges as I feared. Well, that's all we can see from here. Thank you. Just the same, we have a faint visual here as well. The sun doesn't indeed appear to be far larger than is normal, but it should be tens of billions of years before it reaches this size. We still don't understand how drastically a lost belt can change its environment, but if this one has transformed our sun into a red giant. Were that the case, forget the ice and snow. The whole world would be a scorched desert. Miss Kiriraito may be able to survive in such an environment, but Miss Cell would most assuredly not. Yes, which means it may not actually be our sun. So it may well be something that looks like the sun, but is in fact not. I do not recall anything along those lines in Scandinavia or German folklore. Germanic. But I'll take another look just in case. Those flames don't look like your typical forest fire. That would be because they aren't. Take a look. Nothing is actually burning. I'm not sure how it works, but the fire appears to be something entirely separate and floating above the mountains. Mysterious to be sure, but there is little cause to doubt this phenomenon is a result of some form of magecraft. Whatever it is, it must be the work of a crypta, or a lost belt 7, that I can say for certain. Assuming it's a lost belt 7, what could their true name be? But Mr. Holmes really hit the nail on the head, Senpai. Well, of course he did. He's famous for always finding the truth of any situation right away. And of course, for captivating readers with his brilliant and elegant deductions. Thank you, Miss Kiriraito. Though I must admit, it is a touch embarrassing to be so effusively praised for the novelizations of my cases. But perhaps that is not so bad every once in a while. I am not usually one to skip right to the conclusion, but yes, I am quite certain that the one who created those flames is. What is it? Do you call me yourself Foe? Foe, Q. Foe, what is it? Is something wrong? Master, get behind me! Is it the abominable snowman? You've just discovered an enormous humanoid creature. A Wendigo? An enormous humanoid creature, you say? I see, that is troubling, most troubling indeed. He appears to be about 5 meters tall, his arms are also very long. He's wearing some sort of mask. I think he's speaking a language of some kind, but... Is he a giant? I can't make out what he's saying. It sounds more like an animal howling than any language I know of. Hello, bonjour, guten tag, ni hao, konnichiwa. Why are you trying all these different languages? Please listen to me, we are not your enemy. We don't mean you any harm. We are. He doesn't understand, it's no use, Mosh. Master, I'm afraid he's coming right up for us. Then let's defend ourselves. He's about to attack. I'll back you up. Understood. Moving to intercept the hostile. Fatal battle 1 of 1. Oh, dang! He actually, he's a Jotun. He's a dangerous berserker. Alright. Let's do this, shall we? A lot of damage increases. I'm gonna go with Artore Pendragon's Archer first, aka Squatoya. I'm gonna go with her Noble Phantasm first. And then I will go with Ishtar's because of that buff after. Excalibur, Vivian. Let's do this. It's only a berserker, it shouldn't really be that hard, right? Ooh, nice damage, alright. Dang, nice damage. There we go. There's Ishtar's damage increaser. Albeit now seeing the cards that we have, I probably should have done Ishtar first. Oh well. Uncount Kigalshi. Let's do this. Plow through him. Especially with that buster damage you just got. About 1,000, still not bad. Squatoya very close to a Noble Phantasm again, which is great. We have one more turn for defenses before they're gone, so let's hope that we can do the most damage we possibly can, and hell, maybe Ishtar can get some crits. Ishtar, I love you. Thank you for giving us crits. Alright, we won. Goodbye, Jotun. Or however you actually pronounce it. Hey, we got one of our rings. We need about, what, 10 more of those? 2, 12, 11? I don't remember how many you actually needed for Scotty's final ascension. Whoops, I just did the, Hey, Mabe! Oh yeah, and I also spent a ticket on when Mordred was available. just to see, and I got the 5-star craft essence. You know what? I haven't tried summoning for Mabe in a while. 1 ticket. See what we get. And I got the inverted moon of the heavens. Alright, yeah, no, I'm done. I just figured I would do it. Why not? It'll balance out at 15, and then next reset I'll get 5. I'll be in Memorial Quest for pushing me over 20, so it's fine. What I wanted to do though was enhancement. Servant. Scotty. Yeah, you need 12, so I need 11 more of those rings. Can't wait to put a ring on Scotty. It'll be fantastic. Alright. Now, would you please stop taking me off of freaking casters? Thank you very much. And why not? Let's take Scotty out on her first battle with us. I don't really remember what she can do, so this will be fun. Also, let's bring out. Okay, well, I was trying to remember her name, but I accidentally held down on her, and I saw that her name was Semiramis. I have so many servants that her name escapes my mind, just like other servants tend to escape my mind. That annoys the ever-living hell out of me now that I accidentally just saw her name. I have so many servants, dang it. Oh, it's killing me. It's literally freaking killing me that her name escaped me and I freaking just saw it by holding down on her. Oh, this is gonna drive me insane. I already don't like it. The battle is over. We've neutralized the threat. Marsh, you're looking really tired. Why don't we head back to the border? Thank you for your concern, Master, but I'm alright. The sudden attack just had me a little out of breath is all. It's nothing to worry about. All my vital signs are fine. I'm still good to go. I'm doing my best to analyze the recording. The battle dates are now, but at this point I can only say that the creature you fought is nothing we've seen before. Neither heroic spirit nor demonic beast. He was simply an enormous humanoid creature native to Scandinavia, one that could not possibly exist in the 21st century. A giant. As in mythical giants? Correct, I'm afraid you're already familiar with them. I read that a number of powerful giants used to live in Scandinavia. Of course, this was all a long time ago. In the modern era, there have barely been any giant sightings in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. I believe most of them were during the Age of Gods, back when the old mystics still existed. I'm sure there are some exceptions, but even so, to encounter one out of nowhere like this. Both Gordolf and Mr. Manure are in something of a tizzy about this impossible encounter. But yes, in the year 2020, giants have long ceased to exist. And yet you've obviously just met one, albeit one that tried to kill you even when you attempted to communicate with him. But still. I caught a glimpse of his eyes behind the mask, and he seemed consumed by bloodlust. So in this version of Scandinavia, creatures from the Age of Gods still live. That is the most troubling. I had considered the possibility, but I didn't think it would prove to be true so soon. Damn you, Cryptus. Damn you for throwing something like this at us in only the second lost belt, having no sense of restraint. That said, we are far from completely helpless, Miss Kiriraito, Miss Cell. To begin, I've updated our database with everything I could determine about this creature. We weren't able to detect it from the border, because Chaldea had no information about ancient giants. Furthermore, I also learned something rather unexpected about ice and snow surrounding us. What about them? They are imbued with a faint magical energy. The trace is so minute that only an expert mage would even be able to detect it at all. The small amount of magical energy created enough interference in our equipment that we were unable to detect the giant's approach. Da Vinci is still quite upset about it. She says being plugged into function as a bio unit dulls her senses. Nonetheless, I do my best to update our data immediately. I'm also sending an update for the Orton Access firmware. Alright, confirming update now. Master, I'm picking up a new hostiles in our periphery. There's at least several ice beasts traveling alongside another giant. We need to get out before we're surrounded. Let's make a break for the border marsh. Understood. I can see them up ahead, Master. Time to fight then. But, oh, these guys actually look really freaking nice. But I currently can't enjoy them purely because I'm still really freaking annoyed over not being able to remember Semi's name. It really annoys the ever-living hell out of me. Like, seriously. Why did that have to happen? Okay, so she increases critical strength 3 times, 5 turns, and applies evade 1 time for 3 turns, and death immune 1 time for 3 turns, and damage cut 3 turns. Effect increases for overcharge for all allies. So yeah, her Noble Phantasm is purely just a buff for everyone. Still pretty nice. Alright, let's see what full Scotty chain can do. But yeah, it's gonna annoy the hell out of me for quite a while for Semiramis. I feel bad that her name escaped me for so long. But I also didn't want to just be sitting here for like 20 minutes trying to remember her name while the recording was still going. So I took the lesser of 2 evils, and I accidentally saw her name because I forgot that the name shows up in the top right when you do that. I only wanted to take a gander at her name. Nope, I ended up seeing the entire thing. Dang, nice crit! Dang, Scotty! Holy crap! That was only 2 turns, right? So we still have 1 more turn for the damage increase. That's freaking awesome! Decrease defense level 4 for 3 turns, and decrease critical rate for 3 turns for all enemies. Alright, damage down already. I mean, defense down. So do that. Oh, that quick card is gonna get massively buffed. Take this and she gets even more crits. Increase Okita's quick damage. And critical strength up. Damage increase. And just because I can. Gate of Sky. Second, Mercury Sandan. Let's see what her Noble Phantasm looks like. I've never actually seen this. Oh. I don't think anything's gonna be able to bust through our defenses right now. Oh, that beast over to the right is now completely out of commission. Damn, that crit! Yeah, that's right. You were evaded. Bop, bop, and bop. Hell yeah! Come on, fool! Let's go! Alright, let's... If Scotty can finish him off, then good on you, Scotty. Hell yeah! Man, I'm loving this. She gives freaking evasion, man, with that Noble Phantasm of hers. That's great. What would have been even better is if we actually got a ring. Then all we need is 10 more to be able to get her Noble Phantasm up. Oh, and I'm still annoyed, but I'm at least a little bit more happy because I just saw Scotty's Noble Phantasm. That should wrap things up for now. You defeated another giant and several ice beasts. I no longer detect any hostiles or magical energy signals in our vicinity. Ah. Wait, you're right, Mr. Holmes. I can sense faint magical energy around us coming from the snow. Maybe it's a lost spell 7 that can control snow. Could a giant be controlling the snow? I'm not sure, but that certainly seems possible. Let's hash that stuff out later, you two. For now, you should hurry back to the border. Holmes, from now on, maybe start waiting until people are in a safe location before you start to do long-winded explanations. There's no guarantee that there aren't other giants still lying in wait out there. Both of you get your butts back here and be careful. Anyway, good job collecting all the data right after we emerged. This should be a big help. Oh, good, you're back. Welcome home, you two. It's good to be back. The Ortonex is working wonderfully. Thank you again for that. Glad to hear it. Gordolf's having a little rest. Said he was having a nervous breakdown or something. I guess the emergency exit was pretty hard on him. Guess all that worrying he did about scouting our surroundings after we emerged was for nothing. I wouldn't say that. He's trying to keep us safe in his own way. Naturally, his primary concern is his own survival, but that's still an important part of being a leader. When things get dangerous, you snap to attention. When things get dicey, you get right the hell out. That's how things are supposed to go, but the further removed from the higher-ups get from the action, the softer they get when it comes to making those calls. So in that sense, Director Gordolf is exceedingly good at his job. I'm not sure why, but he seems to treat any dangerous field operatives who are in his danger to his own life. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe he had a really strict tutor growing up or something. You know, like someone teaching him to think about war from the perspective of the people as he's sending out into the battlefield. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. That would definitely explain some things. Now it's mentioned, he always looked like he was in a lot of pain whenever Cell was in a tight spot back in Russia. Talk about empathy. No. Yeah, it could be empathy. It could. But it's also the thought of me being in a tight spot. Since I'm technically the only master left, technically, if I am taken out, if I am killed, then who's next in line? The rest of Caldeus. AKA, his life would also be in danger. So he's worrying, yes, for me, technically. If I'm dead, he's next. And that's why he looks like he has empathy for me and everything else. Because if I'm gone, he's screwed. That's my line of things right now. It could literally be him having empathy and, you know, worrying about our safety. Even though he doesn't say it, he could mean it. He could possibly be a tsundere. Oh god, I don't even want to think of him like that. But it's possible, but I don't see it. No wonder he was always kicking up such a fuss. At any rate, make sure you write up the recon findings in a nice report template when you hand it off to him. If you don't mind, that ought to be more than enough to keep old Gordy in the loop. On a different note, you guys really had a rough time out there, didn't you? Yes, we did. Giants are beings from the age of gods. Not even majors have seen more than the occasional fossil of them. Any survivors in areas where mystics were still in full force were probably seen as threats and taken out by the heroes of their respective ages. They're certainly not something you'd run into every day. I mean, you guys didn't see hide nor hair of them in any of the 7 eras you shifted to, right? Not even in the actual age of gods. And now we just happened to run into one, but not one, but 2, in modern-day Scandinavia. I believe the giant you encountered were members of the Jotun race of giants. In the Age of Gods, the Norse world was composed of 9 realms. One such realm was Muspelheim, the land of flame. Another was Niflheim, the land of ice, through which an icy river was of poisoned flow. When these 2 realms collided, the poisonous frost melted. Then when it was exposed to Muspelheim's heat, grew into a tremendous giant. This was Ymir, said to be the ancient ancestor of all Norse giants. The race of giants that went on to spring forth from Ymir's body were called Jotun, the Frost Giants. These giants were truly beings belonging to the era when gods walked the earth. At times, Jotnar would mix with the Norse gods, giving birth to new gods and giants alike. It's said that the surviving Jotnar eventually fell out of mythology and went on to become trolls. But what you two saw today were no trolls. They were most definitely Jotnar. Foe? You know a lot about giants, Holmes. Haha, well, I'm Sherlock Holmes, you realize. I'm the one who finds the truth, regardless of my spirit origin. I believe I had said as much when I introduced myself. No, sorry, I'm just having you on a bit. You see, the paper moon is not the only thing I picked up while I was visiting Daedalus Institute. Try Hermes. Precisely. Well, there, I came in contact with a pseudo-spiritual calculation engine. To try Hermes, when I did so, I happened to peruse some secret medical data pertaining to giants. Now I see Holmes, you rascal. Aha! I don't see what's so funny. Don't you haha me, Buster. You're supposed to tell me these things before I need to know them. It's not fair that you get to do all the fun exposition. Besides, we're a team, you know we should be pulling our knowledge and stuff. I shall take that under advisement, especially considering it comes from none other than the great Leonardo da Vinci herself. All that said, I could certainly use a bit more information myself. It is simply a Norse lost belt where once lost race a giant still runs amok. No, I very much doubt that is all there is to it. Right, there's the one you saw today. We're powerful beings and mystics, but they were still living creatures. If nothing else, I can say for sure that the being we encountered weren't servants. Correct, they were indeed absolutely not servants. But based on what we know from Russia, we can assume there is a being who rules over this lost belt, and a crypto who tends to the Tree of Emptiness. While our primary concern is the latter, there remains a strong possibility that we will come into conflict with the former as well. That said, our goal this time does not include engaging them in battle. Our intent is to cross Scandinavia without them ever knowing we were here. Yep, exactly. So we shouldn't really take a little break first, don't you think? Thankfully, there's a lot more magical energy concentrated here than there was in Russia, so the border shouldn't have any problem recharging. We'll set off again in a little while, so make sure you two rest up while you can. Hiking across snowy mountains does a real number on your legs and back, you know. I very much recommend getting this king signed out while you can. Right, oh, but first, I almost forgot Mr. Holmes. Yes, Miss Kirito. I'm sorry, but back when we had just looked over the mountain range, remember how you and Senpai were talking? At the time, there was something else we wanted to ask about. What's the deal with the fire we saw? Yes, the strange fire that kept burning without spreading. You want that what it is, Mr. Holmes? I can't say I know for certain. Only a hypothesis, albeit one in which I am quite confident. I suppose that would make this more of an induction than deduction. At any rate, yes, that fire is none other than... Oh boy. Another alert! What the hell? Our sensors busted. Crap, no. It's worse. They're working perfectly. Sal, Holmes, a freaking enormous magical energy signal just popped up near us out of nowhere. It's like a magical reactor core. This monster's on par with the Ongaboda, powered by the Greater Grail we saw in London. Oh, jeez. This is going to be a massive pain. Hey. Alright, so as I tend to do, at least last time. Well, actually, I tended to do this in... What was the first place I ended up doing this in? It was the place with Shimosa. I started doing this with Shimosa and then in Salem, where I do half of one, finish it, and then I do one of the other one, and then I end it. That's pretty much what I'm gonna have to do. So yeah. Assault of the Demonic Sword End. We're gonna do the first one, and then we're gonna end the episode. It's elementary, my dear. So I'm assuming since we get a ruler, does that mean we're gonna be fighting something that needs a ruler? Or are we perfectly fine where we are? I don't know. Let's just go and see what happens. Section 2, Assault of the Demonic Sword End. Damn it, we had no warning whatsoever. The thing disappeared out of nowhere. It's most likely a servant. They may have been using their spirit form. Oh, that's true, a servant could sneak up like that. Mr. Manure, is that someone from pop human history, or maybe? Well, their spirit origins pattern matches what's fetched in Caldea, but their color seems like it might be a little different. Sorry, I don't know. All I can say for sure is that they're hostile. At least if that massively powerful curse packed into magical energy that they've got aimed right at us is anything to go by, they are. The last spelled serpent. The Border's spirit radar is one of the most sensitive in the world. If it failed to detect the serpent until now, then they are probably getting some help with their present concealment. Had they wished to do so, I have no doubt they could have gotten much, much closer. And yet they instead chose to release their spirit right in front of us, making their presence known. They must be incredibly confident, or perhaps incredibly cruel. Mr. Manure, can you put them up on a monitor? No, I can't. They're right in a blind spot. And how the hell can you all be so calm about this anyway? I mean, they know exactly what... We can't exactly put the Border's pedal to the metal right now, but still. What do we do? Do we still tell the rest of the staff about this? Most of them are still on break. For that matter, don't you think we should get going already, Da Vinci? Not just yet. The Seventh may still be trying to figure out where we are. No doubt they are aware we are nearby, but I believe they are unable to determine our exact location. That said, the longer we stay, the greater our chances of being discovered. As good as the Border's camouflage is, it does not render us invisible. And is good at keeping its magical energy hidden. That doesn't help if someone started searching the old-fashioned way. Wait, well, Holmes, Cell, what do you want to do? Do we keep quiet and hope they don't find us? Whoever they are, we can't let them into the Border. Indeed not. Allowing an intruder on board would be the worst possible scenario by far. None of the staff are fighters, after all. The moment that an enemy gets inside is the moment a little adventure comes to an abrupt end. Mr. Manure, what is the latest in our mysterious foe? Have they moved at all since appearing? No, they haven't moved a muscle since they showed up, but I still can't see anything on the monitor. They're right in the middle of our blind spot. Then it would seem they are waiting to see how we react. Behold, yet with a touch of caution. Da Vinci, I would like you to start up the Border's engine the moment we step outside. Make sure it is ready to depart at any time. You got it, but make sure you buy us enough time for it to warm up, okay? I am well aware. Now then, shall we be on our way, Miss Kitterite and Miss Cell? Given that we are the only ones here capable of fighting, I must follow to us to greet any hostile or boorish guests. Right, I've got my exoskeleton ready to go, so I can activate it at a moment's notice. As long as it's just for a few minutes, I should be able to fight. I'm all set too. Senpai. We make an emergency dive. I will not have you going out to face an unknown and extremely powerful foe. I absolutely forbid it. An emergency dive is the only viable option. Director Gordon, if you're awake now. Of course I'm awake, and overheard your entire conversation. A situation like this calls for retreat. Not meeting the enemy on their own terms, traversing the solar spell to get away is out of the question as well. If the enemy has found us out, then our first order of business is to hide again, and that means zero sail. They'll never find us once we tap back into the void space. We can make a clean getaway. That's true. If our safety is a top priority, that's definitely an option. We'd have to figure out how to get back to reality once we set sail, but in order to give us a secure way out of this particular predicament. That said, are you sure about this? We still haven't finished reapplying the logic formula. There's a non-zero chance that our armor just comes off in void space. We end up adrift there forever. Let's see, I'd say the odds of that happening are maybe 0.003%. That's nothing. I've never even come close to winning a race in my own vehicle with odds like that. At any rate, given that our only master is still unable to summon servants, fighting one this powerful is out of the question. Need I remind you of the sort of enemies we faced back in Russia? These last world servants are tremendously powerful. I learned that to listen all too well when one of them destroyed Chaldea. Just because the girl is able to fight now doesn't mean you should run to battle at every chance you get. As your commander and your director, I will support whatever option I feel offers the best chance of survival, no matter how slight the difference is. No, in fact, this is an order. As my advisors, it's your job to justify my decisions, not mine. And let's not forget our biggest concern here. We don't even know who this mysterious, probably lost bolt servant is. In which case, the only option I will even consider is for us to make our escape. You never waver when it comes to keeping us all alive, huh? Alright, I'll trust your instincts here. Sorry, Holmes, sorry, Sal. The servant outside is so strong that I'm taking the ship back to void space. I'm not saying you wouldn't survive the encounter with whoever it is out there, but I had to get real ugly really fast. And if the fight ended up damaging the porter as well, that'd be bad news for all of us. So we're doing another zero sale. Still, that means March and Cell can avoid this fight. Guess it is for the best. Right, you take the wheel manure. I'm gonna head back to the computer room and plug into the border. Director Holmes, I'm leaving this place in your hands while I go verify our existences as perfectly as ever. So, change of plans, I guess. Guess I'd better buckle up. Right, I'll go along with whatever you decide, Senpai. Here we go again. Has it ever once even occurred to you to obey your commander? Hey, at least now we're all discussing our opinions. That's a big step from how things were before. You should be proud for inspiring this chain's boss man. Profound. I can't tell, you're just buttering me up. At any rate, let's get the zero sale started before the servant makes a move. Okay, I'm patched in and all synced up. Spinning void reality observation device paper moon. All hands be seated and need to remind you, do not forget your seatbelts. Expanding electric formula and shadow borders and external armor. Expansion is currently at 90%, 93%, 98% there. Now we just dive in and make up the rest as we go along. Removing existence verification for reality space, shorten future predictions, hypothetically improve mirror world plane in 10 seconds. Relaxing space-time friction decompression for 0.9 seconds. Good, looks like we just made in time, Holmes. Let me take over the wheel, Mr. Manure. In the meantime, would you be so kind as to keep your eyes on the sensors? You got it. Shadow porter untethered from reality, void space-time, zero sail unfurl. Well, Senpai, as I have a sensation with my extremities, but I can still feel normal gravity. It feels like something dragged us up. What's going on? This isn't void space. Did we fail to dive? Are we stuck in reality? They got us good. Whoever's out there sent our spells going off and caught us in a split second. They're physically holding us back. I'm impressed as their physical strength exceeds the board's maximum output. It didn't say physical strength. The magical energy signal is getting stronger. But wait, hang on. The servants literally grabbed on hold of the border. Oh, what the? Are we floating? Do not remove your seatbelts. All hands assume crash positions. Oh boy. We're upside down! Oh god. QQ. What happened? I don't understand. So dizzy. Is everyone alright? Are you hurt, Senpai? Just a little dizzy, I'm fine. Thank goodness. Did we do a barrel roll and crash? Yes, I felt the same thing. It was as though the shadow porter was picked up and then flung somewhere far away. That's precisely what happened. The hostile servant stopped our zero sail in its tracks before simply tossing us like a baseball. That is truly incredible strength, Perhaps they're a berserker, but of their class they clearly possess immense strength to perform such a feat. I expect they are rather combat-oriented servants, probably one focusing on being on the front lines, but... Attention please, I'm afraid the crash completely shut down all of our navigation systems. I can try to bypass damaged systems, but even that's going to take some time. Then there's all the damage to the suspension. Luckily we didn't end up completely upside down, but still we're not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm sorry everyone, we can't dive or run away and land anymore. You have nothing to apologize for, Da Vinci. The fault lies with our uninvited guests, not you. Then, you mean out of options this bad? Really bad? You're damn right it is. Magical energy signal is incoming. I can tell this heroic spirit is some kind of big shot. And I'm pretty sure they're done waiting around. They're headed straight for us. Please, if there's one thing I can hope for, please do not let it be a servant that is a saber, or any of the heroic knight classes. Please. I don't need a Napoleon or Sigurd showing up. Or any Lancers, Brunhild. I don't need any of them. 100 meters, 50 meters. Damn it, they're right on top of us. Fuck you. Magical energy signature that I'm pretty sure the servant has collided with our exterior. It's melting our external armor now. What kind of barbarian are they? It sounds like they're trying to cut their way through our defenses. Do they realize how much time it's between forcing this armor? There's no way anything else should be able to break through it this easily. I mean, the army spent a ton of time making sure of that. What kind of weapon and noble phantasm do they have that could possibly do that? Senpai! Let's go mosh! Hold it, you two! Don't you think you should wait a bit and see what's happening before you? We don't have time to wait and see anymore. I'm sorry, but it's all up to you now. Holmes, you go with them too, but watch out, that Seventh's magical energy is right up there with Yvonne's. Make sure you don't hold anything back, or you might not be coming back at all, got it? I am well aware. I saw that spirit origin for myself earlier. If nothing else, I can promise this. I'll keep Miss Cell alive. In the meantime, Da Vinci, please focus on keeping yourself and the border safe, and getting us up and running as quickly as possible. So we're still fighting it no matter what. And couldn't we have just fought to begin with? I've opened the hatch. I can confirm the hostile servant is on the border's port side. Step away from there right now. It's Sigurd! No, a saber! No! Well, I'm screwed. Well now, that unsightly slab into this thing's door then. It's a lost built servant. But then what is this ominous feeling I sense from their spirit origin? So, a human and two heroic spirits. No wait, neither of you are pure heroic spirits, are you? You both got something else mixed in. Hybrids then, interesting. Hostile servant is closing in. Now I see. You certainly do appear to be a powerful heroic spirit. The border's external armor is one thing. To think you even cut your way down to the multi-layered bounded field surrounding the inner hull. Pekka Caldera, Da Vinci Neutral and Paracelsus all work to ensure those bounded fields would be as strong as any of from the Age of Gods. They should have been as strong as a fortress made of divine iron, yet you cut through them like so much butter, and without even revealing your true name. Fascinating. Tell me, how did such a powerful demonic sword possibly come to be? Are his eyes glowing red? I was right. It's a demonic sword then. I thought it seemed far too dark to be a sacred sword. I don't talk to humans. Well now. He hit so hard, he's still only using a short sword at his waist. This must be the incredible strength that let him pick up the board and just throw it. You're not getting past me. I couldn't even see him swing a sword. Mosh! I'm alright. I can do this. I'm afraid those were a little more than jabs as far as he was concerned, Miss Kirito. Though I'm certain that it's not how it felt to you. Have you lost your mind, girl? Why are you still standing there? You should be throwing down that impenetrable shield of yours and running for all you're worth by now. You don't look even like enough of an idiot to fail to see how outmatched you are. I will enjoy if I have to. I can't let everything end here. Foe, not again. You shouldn't be here. You need to get back inside the border. I thank you for worrying about me. That servant is truly incredibly strong. Much stronger than me and the Ortodox. Something about him reminds me of another hero experience we've met. I don't know if I can beat him even with Holmes' help, but still. It doesn't even matter. Even if I'm not strong enough, I can't back down. This journey isn't ours alone, not anymore. Maybe it never was. Just because I may not be able to task in front of me. Not because I may not be able to task in front of me. Now doesn't mean I can't give up on Jenny as a whole. Steel yourself. Foe. A journey, huh? Frankly, I don't care where it is you're going. I have my own destination in mind. I'm afraid this just isn't your lucky day, girl. Or yours, kid. Now that our paths have crossed. I'm going to kill you and take your prized treasure with me. Another short sword. Here he comes. I'll back you up as well. Handle battle 1 of 1. So are we just supposed to survive? Because Okita can't do anything here. Like seriously, Okita can't do anything here, man. She can't do anything. Hey, at least we can get a turn 1 Noble Phantasm. Maybe we can get lucky and lower his defense down and potentially... Well, never mind. But yeah, no, maybe we can potentially get lucky and lower his health down far enough to where we can potentially make an immediate retreat. Second, Mercure Sundown. Oh god. I can't believe it's actually a freaking saber, man. But this ability he has on is probably going to be healing him. Okay, so what does your ability do? Okay, so he's immune to mental debuffs. I guess that's fine. Let's give Scotty his Noble Phantasm a whirl. Gate of Sky. This is going to be a slow crawl. But I'll attempt my best to do this. That's good. Alright, Waver. So your turn now. Let's do as much damage as we possibly can. I mean, he's got cool abilities and whatnot. Does that truly matter in the end? Probably not. So we've only taken out 100,000 of his freaking health. I knew for the unknown I should have swapped out Okita for someone else. But I didn't. And that is ultimately what just freaking screwed us. Bop, bop, and bop. He's gonna do his Noble Phantasm. I don't know if it's a single Noble Phantasm or a multi. Scotty, you fought valiantly. Okay, so it's not an actual Noble Phantasm. It's just a massively buffed attack. Oh, it's a damage up. Get Koto! You're literally the only one currently right now that can actually do a decent amount of damage. That's probably why he's gonna be focusing you out. I can tell you fought well. Oh, damage increase, defense up, defense down. Alright. So, I'm returning formation. Go Bunyan! You're literally possibly the only 7 I have that can actually do damage now. Good, he was stunned. Restore HP, increase Buster. Go Gadget Bunyan. Damn, she even had defenses. Alright, now it's up to Semi. Well, we lost, definitely. How the hell was I supposed to know we were gonna be fighting a Saber, man? Oh, wait. Because I knew that I had a sinking feeling that it was gonna be a Saber, something that was gonna be really tough for Okita to fight. Yeah, alright. Fine, whatever. Make me have to go through the story again. I'm not going to, I'm gonna be skipping it. Alright, so Sigurd, you want to piss me off, do you? Well, you've succeeded in it. You have royally succeeded in pissing me off. You just have to be a prick, don't you? You just have to be a prick. Defense is up. What did her ability do? Yeah, it's for 3 turns. I'm gonna save it. Defense up. Angata Kigoshi. Come on, Sigurd. Or as you're called right now, Masked Heroic Spirit. Make me have to battle you twice, all because I wanted to bring Okita along. And other servants who weren't necessarily equipped for fighting a freaking Saber. We will absolutely freaking destroy you. Alright, Bop, Excalibur, Vivian. That's right, Ishtar. Thank you for the 83,000 damage crit. Nice, 122,529 damage with your crit. I mean, Noble Phantasm. Oh, look at that! We beat him in 2 turns! Screw you, Sigurd! How dare you make me work this hard? Which ultimately wasn't really hard at all. It's just annoying that I had to reset the fight. Wait, we were at 300,000 something? You're telling me I was that close to You're telling me that I was this close to actually ending the fight with my main team? Oh my god. Had he not have took Bunyan out, instead took Waver out or Scotty out, and then I could have put Evasion on Bunyan, we probably would have been able to somehow make it out of that first turn. Well, first try. That is so annoying. I had a bunch of freaking archers just lined up to freaking drill holes in him. God dang it. Thank you, Holmes. That beam was a big help. No trouble at all, Miss Kirito. I must say, though, you certainly don't hold back. Not to say that you are not pulling your punches quite a bit, lost belt servant. I don't suppose you would be so kind as to introduce yourself. Yes, I see now that I've seen your strength up close. Some things have become abundantly clear. Your swordsmanship is exquisite, surely the finest in the North's lands. You're also immensely strong and have both the knowledge and reflexes to dodge my magical energy beam with ease. You knew it, didn't you? You knew I was a rogue spirit capable of using magecraft attacks. Your wisdom alone is truly a force to be reckoned with. Which means you must be the one who slew the evil dragon and consumed his knowledge. Am I wrong? Oh. You're the child of Sigmund, king of Ransha, and you're the daughter of King Elimi. Even among other peerless heroes, you'll stand head and shoulders above ordinary people in strength, intelligence, and other aspects. You are hailed as the greatest warrior king of them all. A phenomenal swordsman who forged your father's demonic sword, the one he earned after overcoming Odin's trial of Bornstalker. Then you don't mean... You're the fearsome warrior who defeated King Hunding's army, thereby avenging King Sigmund. You are the brave hero who single-handedly slew Fafnir, the evil dragon consumed by greed, who hoarded his riches in the caves of Nidahellir. You are the one who made a loyal friend of the Sleipnir's foe, Grani, who would gladly carry you to the ends of the earth. You are the great hero who ate the dragon's heart, gaining an immeasurable power and the wisdom of the gods. Your true name is Sigurd. You stand alongside Siegfried as one of the most powerful heroes of all Norse myth. The Dragon Slayer. However, that raises a number of questions. A true legend you may be, but that doesn't explain where your monstrous strength comes from. More importantly, why do your eyes glow red? Heh. So you're a clever one on the side of hip-hop human history, Now what then? Now that you know who you're up against, how do you intend to fight him? Sigurd, the great hero of Norse legend. After seeing how fast, sharp, and heavy his blades are, I'm convinced that those are just his short swords. He still hasn't swung what I believe to be his true blade at the He still hasn't swung what I believe to be his true blade, the demonic sword of Gram, even once. I thought I saw him swing it at least once or twice. That long red sword. Yes, I suppose it would have seemed that way, but I'm afraid bluntly he was doing more than casually bearing her attacks. He has yet to use it defensively. We still have not seen what it's truly capable of. Enough of your yapping. This pressure is intense. No, this isn't over yet. A temporary power-up spell. Out of my way. Look out, he's going to use Grum. Die, human. Oh, no you don't. She may be human, but I'm a hero experienced, one I might add, who has seen more than his fair share of combat. My apologies, but I can't have you using Grum so close to the border. Yeah. Shut up. Guess your so-called heroic spirits are more fragile than I thought. Holmes! Senpai! Senpai! Holmes' right arm is gone! Don't worry, I won't let Holmes die.
Thank you, Senpai. Go!
Go after him. Leave me here.
Senpai!
I'll use a Mystico to heal him. Emergency heal.
Holmes, why did you stop her? Please stay still so Senpai can.
Oh, Jesus. Don't please. Save as much of your magical energy as you can. Grandma certainly lives up to its reputation. But as you can see, my heart and brain are fine. I may be badly injured, but my spirit core is intact. I'm still a spirit to remember. It will take a damn deal more than that to finish me off.
Before count.
I can't very well fail to do my part of your routing speech, Miss Kirito. Never mind me, you need to go after him. Remember, he said he was going to take something that lies inside the shadow border. That must be why he attacked us. Whatever it is he's after, we cannot let him have it. Elementary, my dear Miss Kirito.
Miss Light, this is your noble phantasm.
Precisely. As you are aware, it should provide both of you and Miss Seller with a significant boost in strength. It may not be quite the full capacity, but it should still be rather potent for anyone attempting to fight in a desperate situation such as yourselves. In my estimation, Sigurd appears to be a frightfully unnatural being.
Unnatural?
I'm certain he isn't fully acclimated. There's a chance you may still be able to defeat him. Please, Holmes, just be straight with us for once. I'm sorry. It's rather hard to explain while I'm sober. I'm afraid I'm having difficulty putting my thoughts in order.
Holmes! Vital signs confirmed he's lost a lot of magical energy. Aside from that, just like he said. The spirit core is still intact, Senpai.
Come on, we've got to stop Sigurd.
Right.
Am I? Okay, it's not ending yet. But it's ending soon, Holmes. Please don't die. I must have passed out. Good, they're gone. I see, so this is what a blow from a demonic sword feels like. How truly excruciating. Perhaps it is exacerbated by the fact that I've never experienced such a deep wound before. So this is the sort of pain you smile through Yelena.
Who's that? So you're still thinking clearly. Now I feel sorry for ever worrying about you. Just sit tight, Holmes. Someone will come by to help you out just as soon as I finish evacuating everyone from the rear hatch. We might not be able to use the boarders' facilities right now, but we should be able to replenish your magical energy. Just hang in there a little longer. At least we know from your battle that this hostile servant isn't here to destroy the border. If we're lucky, you'll leave it mostly intact, so let's hold tight for a bit, Kay.
Understood. That said, I'm afraid mental fortitude can only do so much here. To be honest, I'm in real danger of disappearing. I'm afraid he inscribed a death rune onto me, you see. One wrong move and that will be it for me.
A death rune? But there aren't any runes that can kill heroic spirit. No wait, I forgot about the primordial runes. The ones Odin created that served as magecraft foundation aid to gods, and you mean?
I do indeed. You saw a battle for yourself. Sigurd learned a number of runes from the Allfather's daughter. He must have inscribed it the moment he cut off my right arm. It would seem he truly has it out for me. So I'm afraid if I push myself too hard, my spirit core will fail. Happily, I can at least speak as long as I remain still, though the pain is still quite exquisite.
Guys, then you really are just hanging by a thread. Okay, wait a second, I'll be right there.
Right. There's so much I need to tell you, but I'm afraid I keep slipping in and out of consciousness. I'm finding it difficult to concentrate, and for some reason, my thoughts keep turning to the past.
Holmes.
Da Vinci, why don't you give Mr. Godolph a message for me? Tell him to stay put no matter what it is taken. I'm certain Sigurd has no personal interest in humans or heroic spirits. After all, he's... Oh god. Oh no. Holmes. Oh god. I'm ending it. It's been an hour and 26 minutes. Well,
I had to take like a little break, and then there was a time when I was trying to remember Semiramis' name. So ultimately speaking, I think this took up maybe give or take an hour. So yeah. With that, I'm going to end this episode here. Oh, this hurts. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next one, where we'll be doing the Salted Demonic Sword End. And hopefully Holmes doesn't die. Hopefully he doesn't. So yeah. Till then. Oh Jesus. Now that I'm thinking about it, I said that I was gonna be doing Scotty's trial quest and the memorial quest. I think I'm gonna swap it out. I think I'm gonna finish this so I can see what happens to Holmes, and then we'll do the trial quest with Scotty, and then maybe a couple of the memorial quests, seeing as how again I think I've already done most of them in other episodes of memorial quests. So yeah, till then, see you guys later.